Shalom. Call halal Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Makakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners, and to the Aquaf that are listening and learning. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming into another lesson in truth. And I'm going to read some scriptures from the book of Job. I've been reading Job a lot lately, or these last couple of days. And I started reading Job, the 20th chapter, and I realized, that's kind of everything that's going on now, the end of Esau, Edom. And but before I start the reading, there's three things that I want to point out. That different information that that's come down the pipe. And the brother Amouan Gabar, I think it was Amouan Gabar, did a video. I believe it was him. I'm trying to remember because I watched so many videos, and he's on my playlist. But it was a statement that Joe Rogan had made, and the statement was pretty much to the fact that in the way things are getting, that the white straight male will not be able to speak, which is evidence that Esau Edom is losing his power. And first, let me just let Mr. Rogan know that first of all, there's no such thing as white. You see, because the brother brought out in the video that every time they do speak, they spoke nothing but lies. They've lied about history, they've lied about their own nationality, and they've lied about everyone else's. All right, they are the Edomites. And that whole white thing, they self-proclaimed white people, and they did that in 1681 right here in America, in Virginia. All right, that was a title that they placed upon themselves, hiding from lying about who they are. All right, so that's a big thing. And then Joe, we're gonna kind of cover that as I read it. And then I was also watching the Silver Report, and he was talking about the chip shortage and how it's leading to a shortage in everything else, from potato chips to toothpaste to toilet paper to almost everything that you would need. And how the car market took a big hit financially because they got all these half-finished new cars that they can't sell, and which is driving the prices of used cars through the roof. Which is kind of fitting. That everything would go haywire at the end. But what you have to understand is that these chips, the computers, and the machines that they use to make all these different products, to mass produce them, they need the chips for them. So that's one of the reasons why you're having a break in the chain of products and services. It's because a lot of these machines won't run without these chips, and they need them so that they can mass produce stuff. So that's a problem. Then I was talking to a client, and she was talking about she's got to do some work on a Catholic church on the south side off 71st and Calumet, and how that place is basically going to collapse from water damage. So the first thing that popped into my head was, well, that can't be the house of the Lord, because the temple of the Lord, the church of the Lord, is spiritual right now. It's the men of the Lord. It's the 144,000, the ones that are here on the earth, that are out there on the highways and byways, doing this work in truth and sincerity. All right. But now that I mentioned that, we're gonna go ahead and dive into to Job. All right. And I'm gonna start at let me see, Job, the 20th chapter. There's a lot of noise out here today, a lot of work being done in the park, and then a bunch of loudmouth niggas, like he just went into the flower bed to take a piss, when the bathroom, the building, he can go into the bathroom right behind it. Gosh, man, I tell you, boy, niggas got to go. All right, but this is Job, the 20th chapter, and I'll just start at verse 1. And it says, Then answered Zophar the Naphthite and said, Therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste. I have heard the check of my reproach and the spirit of my understanding, causing me to answer. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on earth upon earth? So that was a couple precepts in my Bible, all right, and one of them was Job 8 and 8. All right, so let's go to that. But he said, know not this on earth, since man was placed on earth. All right, so this is Job 8 and 8, and it says, and it reads, for inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers. So basically, when you search out your fathers, you learn who you are. All right, and often your fathers have ways that should be, that should be passed down to from generation to generation, and how we were cut off from our heritage, but then the heritage of wickedness was passed down from Edom to Edom, from Esau's father to Esau's children. All right. Then the next one is Job 15 and 10, and it reads, with us are both gray-headed and very aged, much elder than thy father. So it's also, in this society that we live in today, the old is in reverence. Then who's ruling over this society today? Esau, Edom. Hence the reason why he shouldn't be allowed to speak. Hence the reason why his light is going to be put out. Hence the reason why he needs the STFU. All right. So let's continue in Job 20th chapter. And we were at verse 4. And it reads, actually verse 5. Well, I started 4 again. It says, know thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. All right? Because it seems like, Esau, Edom has been in control for a very long time, but the truth of the matter, he hasn't. And that little time that he's been in control, look at the what you're looking at is how the whole earth was. All of America was this way. All right, but this little piece of paradise right here in the middle of Wicker Park, this is one of the wealthier neighborhoods in Chicago. But guess what? It's rat infested. They have a serious rat problem. All right, think about that. Verse 6. Though his excellently mount up to the heavens, and his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right. Matter of fact, let me go to Obadiah 4. Man, this is just nigga day, man, because I got loud niggas on the right and smoking ass speakers on the left, so I gotta smell that shit. Just one of those days, man. But this is Obadiah 4, and it reads, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So going back in time, when Abu Bibin separated from the Oath Keepers, I believe they were called, and started teaching, the New Testament and teaching the whole Bible, and that the Gentiles were actually the scattered Israelites, which is the truth, which they are. All right, because you got two sets of Gentiles: the natural Gentiles, which are the other nations, and then you got Israelites that were being referred to as Gentiles by other Israelites, and among them are many of the elect. All right. And ever since that truth has come out, look at the earth, America and Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, his power structure has been going down ever since. Going into the 70s, it was really bad from that point. You had the gas shortage and all the issues they had all the way up until this point, man. It's been a constant decline. The breaking up of the family, the woman over the man, the job situations. Racial decline is supposed to get better. It was supposedly getting better, but no, it's worse than it's ever been. The racial tension in America is worse than it's ever been, man, or just as bad as it's ever been. Okay. But yeah, it says, let me go back to Job, 20th chapter, and I was at verse 8. At verse 7, I believe. Yeah, and it said, yet he shall perish like his own dung, and they which have seen him shall say, where is he? Because the Lord